If I had 0 Instagram followers in 2023, how would I grow it? It's a question I began to ask myself lately. Because for those that don't know, I recently sold one of my Instagram pages called Recession Money for a decent bag. I grew that page to over 250,000 followers in just a matter of months. But that was last year, you feel me? That was 2022, it's 2023 now. And you know Instagram is always changing, the algorithm is always changing. So in this video, I'm about to walk you step by step on how I will grow a page this year. Number one, identify what you want the brand to be about. Now this is the first step that I would take if I was starting over from scratch with 0 followers, because it's so important to know. Like, you gotta know exactly who you want to target and what you want your brand to be about. That's the first step to this process. Because trust me, I know, like, if you don't really know what you want your brand to be about, you're gonna be all over the place, and that's never a recipe for success. So this really takes some time to sit and think about what you want your brand to be about and what you actually interested in, right? Because this is something that you're gonna be working on for the next 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, however long you want to play it. So it got to be something that you actually interested in, because you're gonna have some bad months. Like, some days you might not make no money, your page might not be hitting. Like, it's so many different variables that are coming into play, and if you're not interested in your page or your brand, you just gonna quit, you feel me? Because hey, take me for example, right? I had this page back in the day. It was the Law of Attraction 08. Like, if y'all go back to my clickbank journey, I'm pretty sure I showed y'all the page. It had like 50,000 followers on it. I worked on that page every day for like a year or 2 straight. Every single day I was posting on that page. But it came a point in time where I was like, man, I really ain't interested in this no more. Like, it really wasn't hitting like that. Like, I wasn't interested in all of that stuff that was on the page. So it was time for a change, and I was faced with a very difficult decision. It was either start a new page or just keep going on with that, even though it wasn't hitting like that for me no more. I ended up starting a new brand called the Block Hustlers Club, and man, that was one of the best decisions I ever made, because that brand is over 600,000 followers on Instagram, and we got over 200K on YouTube. But trust me, all of that could have been avoided if I just sat and thought, like, what do I want to do for the next 5 years, 10 years, and then go from there. Once I know that, then I'll move on to step number 2, which is actually creating a page. Now for this, I'm gonna hop inside my phone and I'm gonna pull up one of my accounts for y'all so y'all can see a real page, and I can show you my analytics and everything like that. So, all right, I'm on my phone right now. We on the Block Hustlers Club. As you can see, we got 646,000 followers on this page. Let me actually show you my analytics real quick, just so y'all know I ain't come to play. All right, so as you can see right here, we got 12 million accounts reached in the last 30 days. Not playing, man. All right, so the impressions, we got 24.5 million impressions. And then if we go to the followers, right, you can see that we gained 45,000 followers in the last 30 days. But let's get on to creating the name and the bio. Now for the name, I just recommend going with something short and sweet. We got the Block Hustlers Club. It's a little long, but if you could go shorter than that, that's even better, you feel me? My last one was called Recession Money. Like, just short and sweet will do it. But for the bio, you just want to go with something that represents the brand, right? So for us, we got For the Culture, and then we hustle over here, and then new YouTube video. You don't really have to get caught up on this or spend too much time on this. Just make it short, simple, and to the point. Once we got the name and our bio set, it's time to move on to step number 3, which is actually studying the competition. So you always want to study the competition before you hop in this game, and you just want to look out for a couple things, like how often are they posting, what posts are performing the best on their page, what's making them grow. I'm about to pull up a page right now and we're going to analyze it. All right, so we're on a page called Hoodville. This page got 8.2 million followers on it. This page be going dummy, I'm telling you. So if you want to make a meme page or a toxic page, you got to study your competition. And the first thing you want to look out for is like what posts are performing the best on a page, and this will give you an idea of what to post on your page. Of course, you ain't gonna post the same exact content, but it just give you an idea of what posts are performing. So we could look at this one got 120K, this one got 319. All right, so that one, let's keep an eye on that one. 88, 171. This one got 157. So that 300. That seemed like a good post. Yeah, 124. So it's looking like he averaging about like 150. This one got 477. You feel me? So that would be a good post. We gotta look at this one, 172, 194, 174. All right, so you can see like he's averaging about like 170,000 likes between like 150, 180, right? So if he got a post that hit 200,000 likes or 250, 300, you know that's a banger. You feel me? So that's something that you would want to post on your page. Just keep an eye out for stuff like that. You also want to see how often he's posting, right? So as you can see, 4 hours ago, 3 hours ago, we got 7 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 21 hours ago. So he posted like 5 times in the last 24 hours. Well, so we got 6 times in the last 24 hours. Let's see about this one. All right, so this was 1 day ago, right? So he posted like 6 times in the last 24 hours. So you just want to keep that in mind for how often you want to post. And I'm gonna give you guys one more thing to look at while you studying your competition. You want to look at what makes them different. You feel me? Like, this page has 8.2 million followers. There has to be something that he's doing different to make that many people want to follow him and have that type of engagement, like, cause that's not normal. You feel me? And if we scroll through his page, we can see that one thing to note is that his theme is the same. You feel me? Like, the color scheme is the same on damn near every post. He has like that bluish background. You feel me? So that's one thing to take note of. He has a set color scheme for his page, a set theme for his page, right? So he has like his own unique style. That's one. You can see for the captions, it seems like he be writing a decent length caption. There's always like at least a paragraph. Well, that one was kind of short. You feel me? But the captions seem a little bit longer. Yeah, he be writing at least a paragraph in his captions for the most part. You feel me? Let me go up a row. Yeah, at least a paragraph. So you want to just take note of what actually makes them different, and that'll help you as well. Step 4, find your blue ocean. Now this is simply what makes your page different, what makes your page unique. Why are people going to gravitate towards your page? Like, you gotta identify that before you get started so you have a clear edge, right? So with Recession Money, before I started that page, I knew that page was going to hit because it was one, there was no other pages that had a recession theme to it, like none at all. And it was before the recession hit. So you just gotta think about like, all right, so I'm gonna start a new page, right? And let's say you want to start a meme page, or let's say a hustle page, for example, like the Black Hustlers Club. If you want to start a page like mine, there's so much competition. There's so many pages doing quotes and stuff like that, hustle videos and everything. What makes your page unique? Now, if you look at a page, let me actually go on my Instagram real quick. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick, and I'm gonna show you, like, you gotta identify your blue ocean, because there's this page, right? It's called Success Goat. Let me pull it up. All right, so we good. So Success Goat, it got 1.1 million followers on it, and they identified a blue ocean strategy off the rip, right? So like I said, there's so many different pages, there's so much competition in the motivation niche. But what they did is they made all of their things black and white. All of their videos is black and white. You feel me? So you can see right here, everything is black and white. And that's a blue ocean strategy, because before this page, now I'm pretty sure it was maybe a couple pages that had the black and white theme, but it wasn't too many that had black and white motivational videos. So they came in the game and they started doing the black and white. I think they started that off the rip. Let me scroll down and see. Let's see, let's scroll all the way down and see, did they start this from the very beginning? If they did, they definitely identified the blue ocean strategy before they got started posting. Let's see, dang, we still scrolling. Hey, look. You see Recession Money, you feel me? But yeah, we're gonna get to that strategy in a second. All right, so I'm still scrolling, but I got to a point where they actually started doing the black and white videos. They was doing quotes and stuff at first, but I'm guessing that they realized like it was so much competition. Like I'm telling y'all right now, there's so much competition. They was just doing the black and white quotes, and then they peeped something. They peeped that they could go in the black and white motivational videos lane. So they changed direction and started dropping the black and white videos. And it's just been up ever since. Something as simple as that can make a huge difference with your page. Like even a font, if you come out with a different font that everybody else ain't using, could go crazy, you feel me? Just come up with something different that's gonna make your page stand out from the rest. Step 5, I would start posting. If I was starting a new Instagram page in 2023, I would post at least 3 times a day. Like I just feel like it's mandatory, especially in the beginning. You got to, like, it's not the same as YouTube, right? Cause like with YouTube, you could post once a week, you could post every day and you'll be straight. But with Instagram, man, if you a new page, you gotta post at least 3 times a day. And it doesn't necessarily have to be content that you make yourself. You can go on other people's pages and post them on your page and just give them credit for it. So I will post at least 3 times a day starting off. And when it comes to content, you just wanna, like I said earlier, look at your competition, see what they posting, and just put your own spin off to it, right? And I would do a mix of reels, cause reels been hitting lately, and carousels. Carousels really been hitting lately. So I would do a mix of those, like maybe do a reel, then carousel, reel, then carousel, and just go back and forth with them, see how they working. And if you see one is performing better than the other, just go with that one. But at the same time, and this is how you really gonna grow this year, you gotta add some personality to your posts, especially if you got a theme page. Add some personality in there, like in your captions, talk about a story about something that you went through or something like that. Just add a little personal touch on there. And especially on the stories, man, on the stories, that's where you can really engage with your audience and build a relationship with your audience, which is going to help you grow way faster. Like what I would do is, and this is what I've done with all of my pages, basically, like on my stories, I would throw a pose like every single day, like just asking them different questions, doing some quizzes on the story, like just interacting with your audience, replying to comments. All of that stuff just builds a relationship, and it'll take your page to the next level, especially if you got a theme page, because with a theme page, you're not showing your face or anything like that. So that's really the only way you can connect with them on a deeper level. So I recommend that, hey, that's what I would do. I'm gonna just give you guys what I do. Like that's exactly what I would do. I would add some personality in the captions, so write a personal story or just be a little funny, something. Add some personality, reply to the comments, hop on the story, do some polls, do some quizzes, just interact with your audience and build a relationship with them. Step number 6, I will use 4 different methods to gain some followers. The first method I would do is the follow for follow method. Now this is simply just going to a page that's similar to yours and following the people that like that photo. So what you could do is, let's see, so this was 56 minutes ago. You want to do it on a post that they dropped recently within the last hour or so. If you can catch them like right when they drop. And a little hack for this is turning on their post notifications, and then as soon as they drop a new photo, just go to the people that like it and just follow them. Like I ain't gonna do it right now because I'm on BAC, but that's exactly what I would do. I would just go through and follow them. Now if you got a brand new page, if I had a brand new page, you can't follow too many people at one time, so I would do like 20 a day to start off. I'm not really sure what the limit is on Instagram now, but I would just do like 20 a day starting off, just every single day, just doing that same method to gain some followers. And another thing with this is you don't have to go to the pages that are the biggest in your niche. You could go to some smaller pages as well. Like I know this one right here got over 1 million followers, but you could go to a page with like 25K, 50K and do the same exact thing, and it might actually work better because they got a smaller following. And some people, they just like the clout chase and the bandwagon and just hop on the biggest pages and only follow the biggest pages. But if they follow on a page with like 25K, 10K, chances are they might follow a new page as well. The second method that I would do is to add a call to action in my post, right? So if you go on my page, you can see that every single post, I tell people to follow me for more. So you could do the same thing or you can switch it up. It's really up to you, but make sure that you tell people to follow you in your caption. Every single post I do, if you go through my page, you can see it. I'm doing this to this day. Add a call to action in your post telling people to follow you. Now the last 2 methods that I would do is the shout out for shout out method and paying for shout outs. Now shout out for shout out is very simple. Like let's say you got 500,000 followers, right? You'll hit up another page with about 500K, 450K, 400K, 600K, just around the same amount of followers as you, and you're gonna ask them like, would you like to do a shout out for shout out? This is where they post you on their page and you post them on your page. So it's a win-win situation. Now, paying for shoutouts is pretty much the same thing except you paying for it. Remember earlier in this video where I showed you Recession Money on Success Goat? That's from a paid shout out that I did. So I paid them to post about Recession Money on their page, and that's how I got Recession Money to grow. So that's one way that you could grow followers fast. That's exactly what I would do in 2023. I would find the best pages in my niche, and if you got the budget, I would do this every single day. Like when I did Recession Money, when I grew Recession Money to 250,000 followers in just a couple months, I was paying for shoutouts like every single day in the beginning. You feel me? So that's how I got it to grow. Like if you watch the video, you'll see that page grew like 10K followers in like 3 days. That was from me paying for shoutouts. But no matter what you do, no matter what method you use, the key to gaining followers in 2023 is your content. Your content has to be up there. Your content has to be nice, or else people just won't follow your page. But that's exactly how I would grow a new page in 2023. Now, this is only the first step. Like, this is just gaining the followers. I'm gonna make another video on how you can monetize your page and make money from it. If you want to see that, drop a comment down below, drop a like on this video if you got value from it, and subscribe to the channel if you new. I'm dropping bangers all 2023. I'm not playing this year on the tube, but I'm out. I'll catch y'all in the next one.